Hey guys, Wrestling Rambles 89 back again today with another reaction video. Today I'll be reacting to Robert Gibson and Stone Cold talking about Jim Cornette. Now Jim Cornette, one of the greatest wrestling historians, one of the greatest managers in the history of the wrestling business. Incredibly entertaining, incredibly controversial. Everyone has funny stories about him, so I thought this would be a really good one to react to for both not just Stone Cold, who's always funny, but Robert Gibson, who knows him as well as anyone should. So yeah, without wasting any more time, let's get started.
When you guys went and worked with Smoky Mountain, your relationship with Jim Cornette, obviously all the battles, you guys had to be good friends. What was your relationship like with Jim Cornette? Listening to him, be on the receiving, on the getting end of those wonderful promos that he cut, or the receiving end of that loaded tennis racket to get heat.
Right. See, I met Jimmy Cornette when me and my brother was partners in Louisville, Kentucky. He used to take pictures of the boys.
Yeah.
And the boys would order their pictures from him. But he still had a lot of heat with the boys. So I remember Jerry Jarrett asked him one time, he said, "Jimmy, you ever thought about being a manager?" He said, "Well, not really." He said, "Well, look, if you can be a manager and get heat with these people like you do these boys," he said, you'll get over real good." So that's how he got his start.
Good
and
stuff.
I remember one night we was down in Louisiana. I think it was Baton Rouge, and you hit them ropes, and Cornette would always catch you with that racket.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, this one particular night, as I hit that rope, he swung that racket. Instead of hitting me flat, he caught me on the rim of it.
Ooh.
Yep.
And boy, right in my ribs. I mean, I went down. I thought he cracked my 3 or 4 ribs.
Damn.
So when I got back to the dressing room, he's over there, and I grabbed his damn racket. I said, "Stand up." He said, "What?" I said, "Stand up. I'm fixing to hit you like you hit me." And he looked at me. I said, "Turn around." And boy, you see the fear in his eyes as he turned around. I reared back to hit him, and I just tossed him that racket. I said, "Buddy, next time, make that sumbitch flat."
Right.
I never hit him, though. I just let him know, "Damn, son, you like to kill me out there." but he stood up. He bent over. He was going to take the lick.
Why did he have so much heat with the boys that they thought he could get heat with the audience? Just by the way he talked.
He was like a little nerd, I guess. He was the way he walked around and did things his way.
How ironic.
I never had any trouble with him. I love Jimmy. Jimmy's a super guy.
Oh, hell, I didn't know. Yeah, well, that's funny just hearing that story. I knew that he started off as a photographer, but I didn't know that someone came up to him and said, "Hey, man, you could get heat with the boys. If you could talk like that, get heat as a manager, you could get over and sell tickets." And he's one of my favorite managers of all time.
Yeah, I guess that's the way
Unbelievable.
Jerry
Good
approached
manager.
him. That's exactly what he said.
That was
You get heat like that with the boys, you'd be a good manager.
it was his life's calling, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
I think he's one of the best managers of all time.
Oh, I agree, 100%. I used to get so mad at him, I wanted to throw something at my TV because I wanted him to shut up. And he could go on and on and on. He never repeat himself. He'd just go on these different tangents. And when was somebody, please shut this guy up. So, I mean, he was one of those guys that I didn't like to hate. I hated him. I just hated everything about him. So he was really effective at his job.
Yeah, Jim Cornette, it's easy to forget now because he's been doing the whole podcasting thing and shoot interviews for so long, where ironically enough he still rubs a lot of people the wrong way and gets in a lot of trouble running his mouth, which he's tremendous at. But you go back and watch some of those segments, some of those promos back in the day as Cornette as a manager, they are heat-getting to say the least. They are really good promos. The way he can just wax lyrical, the way he can just cut these promos without any pause, without any stop, without any kind of hesitation, and just with the most scathing insults. Jim Cornette was a hell of a manager. And even today, as I said, all those shoot interviews and stuff, the way he talks, the way he just describes things, it's just ridiculously entertaining, and I can see why that would get him in the bad books in a way, though it worked out in his favor pretty good for his wrestling career. And it did give me a bit of a laugh too when Robert Gibson described him as a little nerd, because of course Cornette loves calling people nerds on the internet when they're discussing wrestlers like Omega and the Japanese wrestlers in AEW and that kind of thing. So yeah, that was just kind of amusing to me. But yeah, that was pretty damn funny, pretty damn entertaining. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you as always for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe so you never miss an upload. I upload new videos every single day. This is Wrestling Rambles 89, signing off.